Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Bombo. This video I'll show you a direct link on the Mill Suite, specifically on the Smartbook. The reason why I'm making this video, I made a video about how to improve your OML to get an OML lower. And one of the comments there say, hey, where do I find the Smartbook? And coincidentally, when I was giving training in my company, one of the NCOs asked me, hey, First Sergeant, it's a really cool video. I watched your video, but how do I find the Smartbook? I did go home and actually try to look it up again, how to access the Smartbook, not just the regulation of the 600-25, because that 600-25 is, or the DAPAM, is really good, but it's not MOS specific. And it's really a boring read, if you ask me. That's why nobody reads that stuff. It was not user-friendly, so I went back to Mill Suite. It took me a while to really find it. And I copy-pasted the actual link that will direct you to the actual Smartbook, so you don't have to kind of, play around with it. I will have it in the description down below. You will need a CAC card though. So that's the only requirement. So if you're using a Mac, I'm using a Mac, it works. I have a CAC card for my Mac. I didn't have to download certificates. It automatically asked for my PIN and it read my card and I was able to access the Mill Suite directly. All right, so let's get to the video. I'm gonna show you my screen. So let's log on to Mill Suite. This is what you're gonna be greeted on in Mill Suite. It's very not user-friendly. Like I said, this is terrible. So looking for the DAPAM 600-25 and the Smartbook is hell in this. I clicked different tabs on here. I could not find it anywhere. So I will have the link on the description on the screen below so you can type it up. For me, I already copy pasted it, and this is what it's gonna send us to. Here we go. So it tells you a lot of information, or shows you a lot of information on the screen. CMF 11 to 37, this column right here, CMF 38 to 94. All these are Smartbooks per CMF. It's really cool. So let's look at one of them. Let's look at infantry. So CMF 11, so you're looking at 11 Bravo, 11 Charlie. Chapter 1 tells you about the duties. Chapter 2, the transformation. Chapter 3 is where really you want to take a deep dive. So Chapter 3 is recommended career management, self-development by rank. Now, the first one is E1 all the way to E4 or specialist or corporal, and it's very specific. And I want to highlight a few things. Number 2, look at that. Volunteer to prepare themselves and also compete or appearance. It didn't say win, appearance for the soldier of the quarter and soldier of the year. This will broaden the infantry soldiers' knowledge base, discipline, all that cool stuff. And also tells you about to strive to earn the expert infantryman badge. And take a look at if their GT score is 100 or below, they should improve score. Now take a note on that one, and I'll show you in a second a different MOS. Now it goes on talking about the Dantes, CLEP, and if you scroll down, this is where you'll see different ranks as far as the NCO level, starting with the sergeant. So sergeant, it's very specific. That's what I like about the Smartbook. There's no guessing. It's very, very specific. And goes on to staff sergeant. And there's a common theme here, really just putting yourself out there, competing on the boards, being a member of the Sergeant Audie Murphy Club, getting the EIB. And when you go to NCO Academy, you should strive to get honor graduate, distinguished honor grad, or commandant's list. Now let's look at a different CMF now. Let's look at 91 series. And this was just recently updated. If you look up top right here, September 6, 2022. So same structure, duties in chapter 1, then we want to jump into chapter 3. If you want to compare from the last CMF we looked at, which is 11 series, this is more specific. For 91 series, if the soldier is below 110, they should strive to improve their GT score. It also tells them similar things such as boards, best warrior, actually specifically talks about Army best warrior competition, and besides the boards. Now, one more thing I want to emphasize on this is the proponent brief. Proponent brief, let's look at 79 Romeo, and you can find it here as well. 79 Romeo. So if you are a recruiter and looking to reclassify to 79 Romeo, it tells you the CMF 79 progression chart. So these are different positions besides recruiter. Now, if you scroll down, it tells you leadership positions and what most qualified looks like, and also what highly qualified by rank. So staff sergeant, sergeant first class, and if you scroll down, physical fitness, it breaks it down what most qualified and highly qualified. It's really cool, all the way to military education. So this gives you a guide on how to be competitive in the next evaluation board. And talking about evaluation board, I made a video about a little guidance on how to improve your OML, and I'll link it up here if you want to check that out. It's very cool because when you look at board briefs, it tells you what current positions those guys got picked up on, what college degree or education level. Just this information on this website alone, you can actually use this to do professional development in your group or in your unit. So if you are a platoon sergeant or if you are a first sergeant, you can do this, incorporate a training in your company training, platoon training, stuff like that. So basically, this is the best way to take care of soldiers and how to mentor them without guessing. It literally itemized everything, what the Army and what each CMF is telling you what to strive for. I know it's very hard. Actually, when my soldier was asking me where to find it, for some reason, when I was making that video, it was so easy for me to find. But when I was navigating through MillSuite, it's so not user-friendly. It's terrible. And like I said, the DAPAM 600-25, if you read it, it's very boring. It's not specific for your MOS. But this Smartbook is very specific for your CMF. So check that out. Thank you for watching. That's all I got. It's a very quick video just to help you guys out. I know there's a lot of evaluation boards, and Happy New Year to everybody, because now it's a new opportunity to get those CMF OML lower, right? So check that out. If you like this content, do me a favor and like the button right here. Consider subscribing to the channel. It does help me out. It does support the channel, telling me that what I'm doing is still relevant and somebody's listening and I'm actually helping somebody. All right. My name is Bombo. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.